It's hard to find a YouTuber that's been given more positive mainstream media attention than Tyler Oakley. For years, he's been the poster boy for the LGBTQ community on this website, as well as being featured on plenty of talk shows and newspaper articles. Even with all this positive attention he's getting constantly, with him rubbing elbows with the Hollywood elite and being shown off as a big star on YouTube, his numbers paint another story, with him actively losing thousands of subscribers each month, and most of his remaining followers are inactive. So, what happened? To understand this discrepancy between how he's promoted versus how popular he actually is on YouTube, let's take a look at Forbes' list of the 30 under 30 for 2017. YouTube provides a microphone for marginalized voices, says comedian and LGBT activist Tyler Oakley. The platform has amplified his voice to reach over 8.1 million subscribers, who tune in to watch his talk show-like videos, in which he muses on topics both light, celebrity crushes and viral videos, and heavy, like politics and sexuality. It baffles me that out of all the YouTubers they could have chosen that get millions upon millions of views for each and every video, they go and pick someone like Tyler Oakley, who hasn't even been popular in quite a few years. They just see that big 8 million subscriber total and they never even question if those people actually still watch. I understand Tyler has done a lot of projects outside of YouTube, but first and foremost, he's known as a YouTuber with 8 million subscribers. Yet every single time I see a journalist bring it up, they never bother to actually look at the stats. On a good month, he only loses 10,000 subscribers, but on a bad month, it goes down to 30,000. This really gets worse when looking at how many views an average video receives. A lot of them can't even crack 100,000 views. It's crazy that his videos get similar views to videos that I make, yet he has 20 times as many subscribers. While this is usually the part of the video where I'd bring up how a channel fell from grace and lost all their subscribers, in this case I'd rather bring up how Tyler became successful in the first place, which I believe is his networking skills. Tyler was able to rise to fame by his incredible ability to make friends with other big channels, celebrities, and companies and work with them to make content. This extends to YouTube themselves, who have always liked to promote his videos whenever they had the opportunity to do so. If you look at his rise to fame, you'll see he's made videos with almost every mainstream content creator you could think of. Along with leveraging his friends' audiences, he's also raised a lot of money for charity, as well as made himself the face of LGBTQ issues here on YouTube, which Google is always looking to promote. With this mix of Google themselves pushing to see Tyler succeed, as well as his friends getting their tens of millions of followers to go and watch his content, it inflated his numbers to the millions. The problem was, this is never sustainable. While it's always good to have your videos put on the trending page or have another big creator give you a shout out, it needs to be backed up with your own loyal audience, as well as videos that will be boosted up in the algorithm, so you could gain new fans organically. If you're not able to do this, you may end up in the same circumstance as Tyler Oakley, with only 100,000 of his 8 million subscribers actually tuning in to watch each and every upload. Nowadays, Tyler Oakley only is able to get big views when he's able to pull in big star power for his content, most recently when he was at the Olympics. But even then, those videos only get 1/10 of his subscriber total.
Hey everyone, my name is Tyler Oakley and I am here with Adam Rippon. He is an ice skater and he is incredible. And I am going to the Olympics this year. Did you know?
Me too.
Oh my God. I just felt like what better way to prepare for the Olympics since I'm going this year than to hang out with an Olympian himself and learn his thing, ice skating. So today Adam is going to teach me how to skate.
Moving on to the next point in this video, while Tyler has built up a lot of fans over the years, there are other people that don't like him nearly as much, with many going as far to claim that he's a bigot. But are these claims justified? Well, I've delved deep into his social media accounts and I could kind of see why some people don't like him. At face value, the biggest thing that makes him polarizing is that he's a vocal Democrat, with him even making videos about it, such as one with Hillary Clinton proclaiming her to be the next president of the United States. That title didn't age very well.
Thank you. And I'm so happy to be here with you.
Oh my God.
And talking to everybody who watches.
Yeah, you know, the election is tomorrow. There's some people that are still undecided.
Well, please, you do not want to wake up the day after this election and really feel bad.
Right.
Because everything you care about, And we could go down a long list, but everything you care about is at stake in this election.
So of course, if you state your political opinions online, you're going to get some hate no matter what they are. But looking further into it, most people don't seem to be fazed by that, but rather they think he's sometimes flat out hypocritical. Psst! Saying an entire race of people is not your type isn't just a preference, it's just racism. Not here to argue, just informing. Many people thought it was amazing that this openly gay man who has spent his entire adult life promoting the idea that we shouldn't judge people based on their sexual preferences went on Twitter and judged people based on their sexual preferences. But that's okay, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and see if he has any response to all the people that are saying his tweet was hypocritical. To those saying my argument implies gay people are sexist, sexual orientation isn't a choice. Writing off an entire race is. So essentially, your response to people that argue if it's okay to have a sexual preference based off gender, then it should be okay to have a sexual preference based off race, is that they're different. But Tyler, you provide no evidence to back up your case. Rather, you just get flustered when people are mad at you after you called millions racist simply for having a type. On top of this, people will point to other examples where they claim Tyler is being intolerant and lacking even a basic level of respect for people with a different worldview than him, going after and publicly mocking people who aren't even famous. One example I found was where he was mocking these random kids simply for the fact that they were part of a different political party than him. I looked into it a bit further, thinking that what they originally wrote on that board must have been extremely reprehensible or homophobic, but nope, he just publicly mocked some random people of the general public for being of an opposing political party. Even though many people dislike how Tyler demeans others online, does that really justify calling him a bigot? Well, I searched the definition of that term and here's what showed up. A person who is intolerant towards those holding different opinions. So with these examples of Tyler belittling and showing intolerance for people with different political affiliations and sexual preferences that he doesn't like, I guess he does kind of fit the bigot description. It's a strong word, no doubt, and I had trouble believing that it would apply towards Tyler Oakley. But looking at what he's done versus the definition of the term bigot, it kind of seems that it does apply in his case. If you have an argument against what Tyler Oakley has said on Twitter being bigoted, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. I'd really like this point challenged. In conclusion, it's clear that Tyler Oakley has been successful, with him staying relevant in the public eye to this very day, with him using some of that fame to raise money for charity. But on the other hand, his channel has been dying on YouTube for years, and some of the stuff he posts on his social media platforms don't make him out to be the most likable person. I guess it's fair to say he's a mixed bag. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. It's really appreciated. As for the question of the day, somebody wants to know how I feel about the trend of YouTubers boxing each other. And I have to say, it's genius.
Yes. It looks like I am fighting KSI. This is going to be the biggest event in YouTube history, by far, possibly the biggest event on the internet ever.
It really makes sense that this is the next level of progression for these channels that have been doing diss tracks against one another for the last few years. So instead of just speaking words, now they're actually going to get into a ring, live stream it, and make millions of dollars. Well, I'm not sure if they're charging for these events just yet. I could definitely see it getting to the point where a bunch of big YouTubers once a year will have one big boxing match against one another, where there's a ton of different events, and then they charge a ton of money for the tickets to see it live, and then they charge 50 or 100 bucks to watch it on demand, and a bunch of little kids that are Logan Paul fans will steal their mother's credit card to pay for it. I definitely see this being a very lucrative enterprise. As for the question of if I'd ever be willing to do a boxing match, the answer to that is no. First of all, I don't think I'm popular enough for anybody to care to watch a boxing match with me, and second of all, I think these boxing matches fall into the YouTube freak show category of the people just looking for attention and doing more and more outrageous things, and I don't personally get involved in that. I'm more than willing to report on it, analyze it, talk about how it affects the online community, and I'll find it interesting, but I'm not going to actually get into the ring myself and fight some random person just for some money or popularity. Not looking down on anybody that does decide to do one of these boxing matchups. I'll definitely be watching them. I just don't want to get involved myself. So I think I'll end the video here, and until next time, thanks for watching.
on fait silence, on